think if the game leads to it, if he can get the Azir, I think he would be one of the better Azirs here in the league. But we will now head into Champion Select. Gasante, Renekton, LeBlanc, Nico, nothing too suspicious.
Ooh, okay, so Annie is the last ban there. I'm kind of excited to see a bunch of the mids banned because I would like to see an Azir get picked up. Maybe, though, the Jace could be looked at here. It kind of remains one of those stronger picks left up and available. Also, you know, all those junglers up. Sedge, Vi, Maokai. Oh, Tristana's the last ban. So 3 mids banned away. It looks like the Jace will be taken now. Okay. Jack Sejuani, I would kind of expect to be the pickup here.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty staple of a duo here, especially at the 1-2. Vi hovered though. Gemini looked phenomenal on Vi last play.
Yeah, he was really, really good at the Vi. I personally prefer the Sejuani, I think, but you know, the Vi is very strong in its own right, especially if you can deny that Xayah away or ban it. Now, Kai'Sa picked up 2, gives them the dive that can follow up with that Vi.
I always feel like you look for Xayah somewhere here and maybe here.
Yeah,
Ooh, the
I
blind
think,
Cinder, isn't it?
No, I think you should pick Xayah here. Like, I think it's fine in the Kai'Sa. Does, yeah, really shuts down Vi. Glad to see them pick it up. Now, what do you pick? I think you can drop mid probably, and it should be fine. I think you... Ooh, okay, maybe they are going to pick mid. I think there's a lot of mid champs still open that Jimmy can play into the Jace. I would prefer to see support and just support bans, maybe.
I want to see the Rally in the Soul. Not likely.
No, not likely at all. I guess Ahri with Vi, it is a very strong combo, so it is locked in. Not too surprising, all things considered. Now, second phase bans. Have a feeling that CFO will look to target some supports away here. Surely the Rakan goes missing at some point.
Okay. Yeah, I guess Rakan is an obvious ban. What else do you want to take away from the Xayah? I feel like Xayah can just play with anything, so you probably ban the Rakan and then ban something that you don't want to play against as a team composition.
It could just ban, you know, one of the more blindable supports. Alternatively, maybe you spend your second ban on top lane. It kind of depends if CFO want to counterpick with their top laner or their support, because banning for whoever's blinding on 4 could be a good idea. They ban away the Nautilus. It's one of those champs that synergizes well with the Kai'Sa. And with that Rakan gone too, there will be more limited options, but shall see. I'm sure you can dig deep and find something.
I think so.
Will they just spend another ban on support? I feel like protecting your top blind, if you're going for that, could be good. We'll see, though. This might reveal... Yeah, okay, so I think this is going to mean a 4th pick top. Maybe something like the Scion. Although that would still leave the Gwen available.
And Gwen really good here, having the 280s already picked.
So let's see. Let's see what they end up going for. I guess maybe you could still blind something like the Jax, even without the Sejuani.
Yeah, we'll have to find out. I imagine it will be the pick here, yeah. Jax is hover, definitely a rest champion, so not surprised to see that. Now, what is the answer to Jax at this point? It seems pretty hard. I mean, you do have the
still
Gragas.
Yeah. I think Malphite, Gragas, no, all options. Would be pretty surprised to see a GP. I think Gragas is the best option if they can play it, but we'll see. I mean, we haven't seen GP in a long time. I really don't expect it to get picked up here. Ornn would be a little surprising. I'm not too sure. I feel like Ornn doesn't do a whole lot in this comp, but I mean, we'll see how it goes. And Braum, a champ that can kite back well. I think I prefer the Leona, though.
Yeah, Leona does seem like just the stronger pick at the moment as well.
Also denies it from the Kai'Sa, which I think is nice.
Yeah, no Leona, no Nautilus, no Rel for the Kai'Sa. There is still the Blitzcrank, which obviously a bit biased towards Shall See, but it is another good champion to pair with Kai'Sa.
I feel like it doesn't do so well in this game, though. I'm not sure what he's going to go for support. I'm kind of interested to see. A lot of those options were taken away. Alistar could be good. Yeah, I'm a fan of that.
As am I. Can be hard to play into the Xayah.
Yeah, I think picking more engage is better. I don't want to see them pick up the Braum.
Braum's good against Ornn as well as Maokai, but that's about it.
Yeah, their comp does have to go forward, though. I don't think we want to be kiting back. So this is a very aggressive comp coming out of CFO. Something they pretty much always do. You know, lanes that can get prior. Champs that can dive forward. So it looks solid. On the other side, something a little different from Impunity. I like the Xayah into the Vi, and I like the Maokai Jace. I feel like it's a tough-ish game to be the Leona and Ornn though, so maybe the Impunity frontline, they're going to have their work cut out for them.
If Ornn is able to get anything of an advantage though, he becomes insanely hard to take down.
Yeah, and that can be a weakness, I think, of the solo AP Ahri, is it's not to the same level of having something like an Azir of your team where you know he's just going to chew through those tanks later on. Ahri, even when she goes for a tank buster build, something like the Leandries, still takes a pretty long time to deal with tanks. So obviously Kai'Sa will probably be going that Shiv AP build again, but still, it's easier, I suppose, to itemize armor for the early game. We'll see.
I definitely don't want to see the lethality Kai'Sa.
No.
Not against the Leona. What is it? Leona, Ornn, and Maokai.
Yeah.
I think it is a similar team comp as we saw the lethality Kai'Sa yesterday, and it was not very successful.
No, definitely wasn't. I think the Shiv Kai'Sa build is far superior anyway, so hopefully we'll go for that. And one thing I'm a little sad about is that we haven't seen now in all of week 1, as this will be the last game, we've seen no Azir, we haven't seen Nico played, and we've also seen no Xun Draven.
True. Xun Draven often doesn't get played though, because when it can be, it gets banned.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, you couldn't really play Draven in this game, I feel.
No, definitely not. As we will head on to the Rift for our final game of week number 1 on the PCS. And CFO, I think they are entering the game in a pretty good spot. They've got a solid draft, and I think it's one thing CFO, I think, does really well, is they're very aware of what their strengths are as a team, and they pretty much always play towards it. They're very predictable in that they will play around these dragons and they will want to fight you, but it's dealing with it that's difficult. Oh, some respect coming out from the junglers.
Having a little bit of fun here.
Wow, what a nice guy.
All right, who's going to be him?
I think Gemini lands a hit here. He doesn't cancel one. Yeah, accidentally. Oh.
Okay.
Wow, so respectful.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, well. Good guys, junglers, eh?
Not in my experience. Okay, but everything else is looking fairly normal here. I think I am looking for Ahri to probably go Leandry build this game. I think even with other AP and the Kai'Sa, it's probably still better to go towards it. There's just so much health stacker on the other side.
That was just trolling at this point.
Ooh,
okay, rest.
He gets confirmation. Can he push them off?
He might be able to. Jax really is strong level 1.
Probably
doesn't have the lethal tempo though, so.
Yeah. It's nice though. Gets to waste a little bit of their time. I wonder if that means LJW misses a creep. I think he does. Misses the XP. That's pretty cool. Solo start. I think. Did he get leashed?
It doesn't seem like it, I don't think.
No, I don't think he did.
I was paying attention to top, I'll be honest.
Me too. So, Jimmy actually getting priority in this lane is a little impressive. I think it's normally pretty hard for Ahri to get the advantage over over the Jace, but maybe that's just Jimmy and strength in the laning phase.
Ooh. Nice bit of poke there landed by Shera.
And maybe CFO's bot lane did leash, because you would expect Kai'Sa to get prior, I think, normally, but...
I think both supports have a terrible level 1, but I think Leona does exert a little bit more pressure. Because she could have possibly gone the Zenith Blade. Whereas Oyster is a bit of a pinata until level 2.
The trades have been pretty heavy in the mid lane. Both champs do some sustain though. Jace from the Doran's Blade and Ahri just with her inbuilt sustain. And this cannon should get picked up by Blaze. They're not going to be able to deny it onto him, unfortunately.
Aggressive positioning so far for Chelsea. Obviously, can't really go in as this Leona. Rest getting a nice trade up onto this Jax early on in the phase.
Yeah, that's really nice there. Abuses at level 3 versus level 2. Top CS obviously is very favored to Rest, but there is a huge wave for LJW to collect. But Gemini, he's around.
Yeah, low health. This trade could be more meaningful than we previously thought. LJW, though, will have that unstoppable. Is not going to use it. Actually gets cancelled on his bump, and it is going to be just first blood picked up for Rest.
Very nicely played there from CFO. I do maybe question a little bit the way LJW played it, but that is so big for them. They get that first blood on the Rest. A lot of CS denied. And Gemini, I don't even think he really loses anything for it. Maybe CFO's bot lane has to be a bit careful as this wave pushes out.
Yeah, but Maokai not really known for his level 4 ganks. He will get vision, but there is no camps up at the moment. I feel like Ornn there, LJW, could have probably just used his Unbreakable and then looked for the knockup.
Yeah. I think you kind of have to know it's either going to be Vi Q or Q Flash coming out. So I think if you just use the W preemptively, should be fine. Costs him though, that little misplay. And bot lane, they'll be able to crash this. The Maokai, or actually he reset to top side. And looks like Shin might just base here. Or perhaps he'll stay.
But perhaps a bit of a trend coming out at the moment for our top teams in the region after week 1, as they do put a lot more pressure around top than the bottom teams seem to. Having a bit of priority on looking for dives. As I say that though, Arashi is coming. Rest looking for the solo kill though. It is going to be LJW getting extremely low. Rest though, now the target from Arashi. Is he going to be able to escape? Does have flash, does have leap strike available. Arashi though, is he going to follow? Looks like it is going to be given up for now, and all things considered, Rest at pretty much the same health as LJW. As long as he can get these minion waves, he should be completely fine.
And I think he should be safe as long as he holds his abilities. Don't see a way for Impunity to dive this. They might try though. It is a big wave. I'm a little surprised they didn't just try it. Just say, hey, we ball.
Yeah, Gemini getting Dragon. 5 minutes on the dot. CFO, true fashion.
They really do it every time.
Yeah, every game.
I respect that though. They know what they're good at.
And it works every time too.
It does. Now, first Dragon going the way of CFO. Really nice timing as well. So they always like to have their Dragon Souls very early. We'll see if they set a new record with it. Nice charm mid. Jimmy, he has the ulti if he needs to get away. Ooh, takes a bit of chunk on the way out.
Yeah, it looks like Cher at the moment getting the better of these trades in the middle lane.
Yeah, has himself the Dirk, so this is a bit different from the Jace we saw earlier. I think it is normally better to delay your tier a little bit and just grab the Dirk on the first base. Feels like it's better overall. Just makes this lane a lot stronger. And normally by the time you complete the Manamune, it's not fully stacked anyway. Now... Ooh. Jimmy's getting a little low, and there are a lot of members around mid. Support's coming there.
Yeah, we do see Smurv as well as Arashi here, but Gemini going aggressive for the invade on the top side. We'll be able to spot out these wolves.
I think he's going to be able to take away a lot of these camps. He might just play for a split map. If he can take all the camps and get the Herald, as long as CFO's bot lane can survive, they'd find themselves very far ahead here.
And this close to 6, you have to feel like the bot lane should be able to survive, especially if Alistair does knock 6, then he becomes very unkillable. But we are, in fact, looking for another dive here. See how LJW plays it? No, we'll just be Rest picking up some tower plates.
That one looks a lot harder to dive, especially with Ornn being closer to 6. I think both side lanes are very hard to dive. I'd be a little surprised if Impunity can make something happen bot side. Maybe if they can bring the Jace down. But it's not super easy. Ari has a lot of wave clear at this point in the game. Although, if you take a look at the minimap, Shera's on his way bot. I think they are going to play for the 4-man dive, and there are no TPs up, but the wave is not built. I think misplay from Impunity's bot lane, need to build up a bigger wave. Instead, Jace's turn has moved, and now I don't think they'll be able to trade.
Yeah, Jace having to go back to this mid wave to match it and send it back headed towards Jimmy. But because of that, as you said, there is no option to look for this dive against CFO, and once they hit level 6, it's just going to become that much more impossible. Maybe a window really was missed there.
I think it was. Oh,
in fact,
flash
Flash Engage is going to land here onto Blaze. He is so low, it's a killer instinct. Shun finds one. Early kill here for bot lane.
Really impressive knowing of the limits there for the CFO bot lane. They notice that they have that level 6 advantage on the Kai'Sa, and they immediately go for it. I think Shun must hit 6 off this creep or partway through it, but they just flash forward, and with the killer instinct, they're able to secure it after, as we'll see what happened. Yeah, okay, so as soon as he hits 6, Shalsey flashes forward, and Blaze, he flashes away immediately, doesn't even heal. I think would have been dead to rights either way, so that was really impressive from CFO to know that they had that kill there.
Absolutely. So early lead, both top and bottom now. Bottom finding their own source of a lead, and now it's just really mid lane remaining even. It should result in some of these objectives just constantly going over to CFO. Kind of weird to think we're 9 minutes in and it's only about a minute out from this next dragon.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. It really does say something about the Dragon Temper. Now, Shun, he doesn't have ult, but he has both sums.
Yeah, Flash Cleanse available. Is going to hold it, miss. Oh my god! Smurf! Oh, his monitor was turned off in the middle of that play.
I don't want to add insult to injury, but I think he might have also stunned the tower. So
I didn't see that.
I'm pretty sure he did, but look, it happens to the best sometimes, and Smurf, maybe he's not the best, but it happens to him too. So a minute away on the second dragon here, and it should be CFOs. I think they're so strong here on the bot side in that 4v4. And look at the top CS.
Yeah.
Wow. Didn't even notice.
Absolutely demolishing Rest. Very good top laner. Now, we do have both junglers on this bot side. Alistar ult available. Kai'Sa very, very shortly will be, but I think more or less both junglers are here, Gemini especially, because 30 seconds will be the second dragon, and you know that CFO are going to be contesting it.
They will. And I think one weakness I brought up about, about that Jace Dirk rush, you know, obviously as your tier gets delayed a bit, and now normally that's not a problem, but against CFO, if the game ends before your tier gets stacked, that would be pretty unfortunate. CFO, they like to end these games out fast. I haven't actually checked, but I suspect that in the last split, they probably had the average, fastest game time of any team. Wouldn't be surprised if that were the case.
Yeah, I think it would have had to have been between them or Frank.
Yeah, they were both pretty fast-paced.
Oh, shall see. Is going to find Arashi who flashes away, but it's cease and desist used, as well as the Spirit Rush. It's now going to be one found. Shearer in the middle of 3. Looks like he'll be safe for now, but the Vault Breaker will stun him up. He's going to have to flash out.
Jimmy, he still has some ultis. Probably has a charm as well. Ooh, doesn't quite get it. Nothing would have come of it, but it would have been a nice little chunk. And second drag, we're on pace. Resty's trying to get feisty in the top lane. It's just going to have to back away, though.
Yeah, gets himself another plate, though, importantly.
Yeah, I mean, that top lane lead is pretty significant. 2 dragons to 0 going to be the way for CFO here. And Jimmy's doing a good job in this mid lane. Has a lot of priority, despite Jace going for that stronger early game build. Okay, we are actually going to see. Let's pay close attention to Smurf. I'm pretty sure he stunned the tower. But
I like how they're giving us a replay.
He doesn't have any sun, or sorry, he has sums, but he doesn't have ult. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm not even sure what to say. Unfortunately, every now and then you do make a misplay in Smurf.
At least he's having a giggle.
Yeah, I think he knows. I think he knows. And look at that. Triforce completed for Rest. Is up 40 CS in the top side. 3 plates as well. Ooh.
Yeah, contesting
3
Rashi.
level advantage.
Oh my, that is so much damage coming out of the Jace. No flash available, but Phase Rush should get him out.
Flash.
Yeah, flash actually is available, but maybe needs the counter strike
He
to
was
really...
thinking about it. The voices were speaking to Rest.
I think this is the second time Arashi's gone into a game with the opposing team's emote. Flashes the CFO just there.
And wow, Shera playing very respectfully. I guess knows it with his jungle off the map. Doesn't want to be caught out, especially without that flash. Blaze, he's down a lot of items here.
Kraken Slayer is on Shun, by the way.
Yeah. Okay, so isn't going to be going the shift build. I wonder, is Jimmy then going to go for the Leandries or not?
Oh, Rest is just so relentless, and he's perfect on this counter-strike timing as well. Maybe missing a couple of autos there. It's going to still look for it. Absolutely will find it. Now, survives only just, but there's no one to answer for now. Arashi hit it up. He might be able to get himself one tower play.
Yeah. Does he know, though? Arashi doesn't have flash, has an Nature's Grasp. I think Rest, he doesn't have a ward, or he has a pink. Ooh. Is he out? I think he's out.
Yeah,
he has a lot of movement speed.
Like it. Arashi's trying, but...
Yeah, he's out. Wow.
Damn.
That's my goat. 20 CS lead for Jimmy in the mid lane as well, just quietly building that up. And with that
meanwhile,
priority, he can move bot.
Blaze does have Featherstorm, though. Can be so important in these situations. Not going to matter for now, though. He is just chain CC'd. Doesn't even use it. It will be now Shearer turning up. Looks like it will be a turnaround kill, but with Jimmy arriving, what more can be found? That is a charm. Shearer getting focused now. Shun finding a lot of damage. Another kill for Shun. Smurf's next on the block. Does find that too, and Jimmy versus LJW. Shun lands so much damage. This Ornn is not tanky at all. He goes down immediately. It's 2-8, a 6k gold lead, and CFO are looking to end this quick.
They are. That game, it's looking rough now for Impunity, and that skirmish, it was immaculately played from both Jimmy and Chelsea. I mean, just managed to hit everything, you know, find engages at the perfect times. I really hope we get a replay of that because it was just so well played. So initially, you know, we've got the mid priority, so we can easily come down here from the mid lane with Jimmy, and it's really just a matter of time of setting this up. Now, Blaze, I think he needs to Featherstorm this initial engage because there's just so much chain CC that if he can't get it on the Oyster combo, he's never going to get the chance. So goes down, Chelsea kites out. He is tanking this up here, though, for Gemini. Unfortunately, he still goes down. But take a look at how Jimmy does this here. Make sure to get into a position where the charm is pretty much guaranteed in that melee range. And Chelsea finds the way back in. Only goes down because he gets flashed on. And once again, Jimmy, he makes sure to be in that melee range to guarantee the charm. No way to miss it if you use the Everfrost and if you can get yourself close like that. So just really nice from the mid and support of CFO.
Yep, second hero found, 1 minute out from the next dragon, which will be the third at 16 minutes. This tower should be going down now. Don't even know if they have to use the hero, doesn't look like it.
No, probably not. I think they can probably just save it for one of the side lanes. Third dragon will be spawning at only 16 minutes. It's pretty insane. Ocean
Soul as well, so that'll be the second Ocean Soul we see if things go as they seem they will go. I mean, sometimes CFO get to soul point. It's like 22 minutes soul, but they just end the game before it anyway.
They do.
That's how quick these guys are at snowballing a lead.
And it feels really tough, I think, for Impunity. Like, what is your win con? I don't think you win the team fight. I don't think you win the 5v5. I don't think you win the split push either.
I guess you just have to have a massive Ornn ult and then find the damage through Xayah. Xayah can offer a lot of damage. Not as much until she gets some items, but Arashi flashes the Vi into her team. Gemini getting low, so is Arashi. It's going to be a 1-for-1 for now. What can they find? It's a very, very nice Ornn horn, but ultimately they're not getting any damage done, and it's Shun getting everything done. Now, it is going to be cleansed there on the charm, but does also go down. So it's 1 found. Gemini goes down, but 3 found for CFO.
So still is better there for CFO, and they should be able to look towards the dragon once Gemini comes back up. I think, again, credit to Jimmian has hitting some really good charms in these fights. Honestly, just credit to all of CFO, though. They're doing so well. Let's get a replay, and I think it was Arashi who was initially engaged on by the Vial. You can kind of see the Maokai is pretty squishy at this point. Is only level 9. Feels, you know, very weak. Engaged on. He did flash to take the Vi further, but charm comes through from Jimmian, is locked up and taken out rather short order, and it was maybe looking good here for Impunity at some point, but unfortunately there's just so much damage still in the backline, and Chelsea with that Alistair ult can tank for so long. Another charm comes through. Ooh. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, me neither. Goes to show why we're not pros.
Certainly is. And now, third dragon goes over. It's a little late for CFO standards. Pretty fast for everyone else's. Only 17 minutes here. If they can get that Ocean Soul, it's going to be so hard for the Jace to really get anything done.
I think you saw in that fight, though, if somehow they can get this game to go a bit longer and Blaze get some items, real chances. He had quite a lot of feathers go through a couple members there, but just with only the Kraken Slayer completed doesn't mean a whole lot, as Nature's Grasp is going to come through here. Shun in a bit of problem.
Do they really want this fight?
Okay, it just whiff us out.
And that.
Now, Chelsea playing Guardian off the bottom lane. Yeah, you cannot walk this way. And so, with Rift Hero down, this should be the inner tower going down. In fact, it looks like we're going to find a kill up the top here onto Smurf.
Yeah, CFO can get a lot with this Herald here, I think. They're pushing on top as well.
Ult's still available.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for Impunity to hold this, I think. Maybe they can wave clear it. I think this tower's gone.
Yeah, this tower's definitely gone. Aren't even able to get the Rift Shield. It's going to get another.
Wow.
Oh my
I
goodness.
think they can kill it. Yeah, okay, so it goes down, but that is the bot inhib. You know, sometimes taking an inhib too early isn't good. I think by now it's fine, but especially if it's a side lane inhib, so hard to deal with. You know, you can just start the Baron up, and while they deal with those bot lane supers, it's just really, really tough. So win conditions just stacking on top of each other here for CFO. You've got the drag win condition, you've got an insane teamfight win con, and potentially have a 20-minute Baron on the table as well.
Yeah, I don't think Xayah has the wave clear necessary to deal with super minions yet too, so no real way to deal with them, but Gemini here is looking for something. I think Smarkly backs away there.
Okay, now what is CFO's next move? I would like to see a 20-minute Baron. If they want to play it slow though, I think they can wait 3 more minutes and just secure that 4th drag. Jimmy, he might look for something here. I think he avoided vision.
Just going in. If he were to look, could find Blaze here at the red, but it's just going to go for Arashi. Does land the Everfrost. Nature's Grass goes backwards, and that is another kill found.
I just saw there was a on my way ping to the Baron, even though it wasn't up. So someone thought they were going to do Baron there. Oh,
Jimmy is going to force out that Featherstorm, so
it's pretty important.
Yeah, definitely. I think with these deaths and Rest pushing in the bot wave,
they probably can still Baron.
Yeah. I think Shun should have the damage already to do it quickly, being 406 with 2.5 items as Kai'Sa.
Yep, so they're heading it now, and CFO, they're really just all about setting the pace. Taking those dragons pretty much on spawn. They got both heralds, and now going to do a 20-minute Baron. Really can't do it much faster here as CFO.
No, absolutely not, and wow, done. 2 minutes until Dragons, so they'll be able to push using this Baron into its fullest until, if they haven't won by then, which I would be surprised, honestly. I think they can just win here. But if they haven't, they have the Ocean Soul coming up as their insurance policy, so pretty much no way to lose at this stage, you have to feel.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it. Now, Ornn, he's taken a really long time to deal with these. In fact, Super Creep might win. Okay, now
he gets it. Next wave has arrived. Arashi getting caught out again. Does land the charm there, does Jimmy in. Gone for the twisted advance forwards, but this guy should be dead, especially with Shun arriving.
Yeah, he's just a Magi stack at this point. Now, he didn't even get the Nature's Grasp off. Ooh.
Rest coming in. Okay.
No Featherstorm yet.
Yeah, Featherstorm still down from Jimmy in earlier. Level 9 Xayah, or level 11 even. Does have the upgrade, but probably got it after using that cooldown. Now that's 2 inhibs down.
Are they going to play for top wave?
I don't know that they even have to, but
yeah, I guess they
shouldn't just going to tank up that tower to get it going a bit quicker.
Oh, is he going to get cancelled? Nope. Okay. So back on towards that top tower. They still have 2 minutes on the Baron. I think they should be able to get the 3rd inhib and probably just clean up the game. I'm not even sure they'll need their Dragon Soul.
Yeah, it's going to take some impeccable team fighting to be able to pull this one.
I'm not even sure if that would do it at this point. The goal lead is just colossal.
Yeah, absolutely. Arashi pretty much gets hit by nothing but almost dies. It's Chelsea now the target, but it's going to be cease and desist onto Blaze. No Featherstorm comes up. Big knock up from Ornn, but is there enough damage? It does not look like it. Shun coming in, finding all the damage he needs. Smurf last to be found. He will be going down as well. It's a clean ace. 22-minute game and a quadra kill found by Jimmy.
Wow. Very, very dominating game out of CFO, and sad look for Impunity. Unfortunately, they had a good game yesterday, but clear here maybe that they can't hang with those top dogs.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so far, now day one had a lot of fast games.
Yep.
The fastest was CFO with a 19-minute something win.
Yeah.
I think this might be the second fastest game. I mean, 22 minutes or 23 minutes maybe. And we're only in week 1, and they've done that twice now.
Yeah, they've been very impressive, I think, in those wins, and even up against PSG. Like, they didn't play a bad game whatsoever, so things, I mean, obviously we're only 3 games, but things are looking very exciting for the split in the playoffs, right? There are going to be a lot of teams that are very, very close here, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think so far at least, Summer Split looks a lot more exciting when it comes to that top side of the bracket than the Spring did. And honestly, Spring was exciting.
Yeah,
we had constant 5-game series in the playoffs, but I think just there is such a level up that has happened. Just even in week 1, it seems like players are more in sync. I mean, looking at PSG as well, like the way they're playing around RZ wasn't seen at all last split. And it's not like the meta's changed all that much. Obviously, the teleport does make a bit of a difference, but I just think even here, CFO were ending early, but were they ending at 19 minutes? No, not really. And so I just think every team really has been leveling up, and it's going to make for such an exciting split.
No, I think that is the point. It's that they've all leveled up. I think while Split 1 was still very close, and it remains very close now, it's just clearly a higher level of skill across the board. And I think that's very normal for Split 2 as teams get more time together, as they get the chance to upgrade their rosters going into Split 2. It is just pretty normal, I think, for Summer Split to be much more competitive, which is the big one, right? Because that's the one that leads into Worlds. So, man. If I had to choose, you know, which two teams are going at this point, you know, I'd say PSG probably, but that other spot could be pretty much anyone at this point.
Yeah, well, good thing it could be anyone at this point. We've got 5 more weeks until playoffs, so a lot of games ahead of us, and I think that just makes it more exciting. There's so many matchups I can't wait to see. I mean, Beyond versus CFO, absolutely one of them. I think seeing who the better out of those two AD carries and supports are, because Chelsea looks impeccable.
Yeah.
But so does Betty at this stage. And so I think so much to look forward to. And I think on the other side, talking about Impunity for a second, is they came off a big win yesterday, got